Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. How did you guys like that? I hope you enjoyed it. Those are some of the sounds that I hear around here. Obviously, like you read, those are the owls, the barred owls that are always behind the house here. And yeah, thought I'd leave that in because some of you guys said, sure, we don't care if the screen is black, send us the sounds. So that's what that was about. So as usual, I'm showing you what I am using, what items I have to use for today's set. I am doing a set that I saw on V's channel probably a couple years ago that I've, not necessarily the set, but I took inspo from it. Definitely the colors. I thought her choice of color combination was so bold and so beautiful, and I never would have thought to put those two colors together. So, and it just catches my eye every time I look at her channel. I do have, yeah, here it is. This is her original set. Wow, I'm just now noticing she did it matte. I should have did them matte. Anyway, after I got the colors together, I searched my nail room for the right glitters because I didn't want to do hearts. I didn't want to do butterflies. I didn't want to do flowers. So when I found those stars, I knew that was what I wanted to do because they were perfect. They were absolutely perfect. And my friend Bianca sent me those in a sister box. And previously, over the past few years, I found it really hard. I've mentioned this a couple of times, especially recently, to use my stuff because, number one, whenever I was in my nail room, I was usually doing a client. And when I was in my nail room not doing a client, it would be because I had bought a new product that I wanted to unbox or swatch, or I had, a set in mind, something that was like burning up my mind I had to get in there and make. So to just be able to look around and think, what can I use today? What set of nails do I want to do tomorrow? I want to use blue. I want to get into some green or aqua or just whatever. Recreate some old sets just to be able to use my stuff, look around, see what I have. I'm starting to be able to use things that have been shared with me because previously it wasn't even like I had a choice to do that. All that stuff's there, but it's buried in a drawer, or do you know what I mean? Like when you go in your room, you're doing a client or you're doing something you already have in your mind, so you don't have time. I did not have time previously over the past couple of years to just look around my room and get creative and use stuff that I have. So when I found those, I was like, yes. And anyway, I've been starting to explore more things that are in my room, and it's just so cool. I have 3 more videos already recorded for you guys. So after I put this is one of 4 that I have in my laptop to get out to you. I did slow down just a little bit. Today is Thursday. I probably should have posted this Tuesday or Wednesday, so you guys are probably only getting 1 video this week instead of 2, and my goal really has been to post twice a week, but at least I'm trying to every Sunday. So just because everybody's home then, and I have had comments from a lot of you that that's when you watch, and I also see it on Studio, but wasn't able to post twice this week because the only way I have 4 videos is because I've been busy making the videos, which in 1 week to do, well, it wasn't 1 week, and since the last video I posted, I've made 4 sets, so and I haven't even posted shorts of all of them. I think I posted these, and I think I might have posted I posted the glow-in-the-dark curve set, which I used something else Bianca made for me, which was that custom color she did for me. That set, I think it's coming up next. Oh, and then I have an unboxing because we swapped boxes again. So as far as the nails go here, what I'm doing is just obviously laying down some of this glitter with some really thin layers of clear. And again, the goal here for me is to just keep this as thin and flat as possible. And I'm using Kairose clear because that is one of my clearest clears. It's not always my favorite to work with because it kind of runs. Well, it doesn't kind of. It does run at first. And I noticed, I didn't notice until I did top coat that it was clear. It was nice and clear, but there were air bubbles in all of it. And I worked wet on purpose to avoid any cloudiness, to avoid using my quote-unquote meaty beads when I encapsulated these two nails, and they were full of bubbles. So anyway, I still love the set. The color combination, like I said, was something I've just been wanting to do forever. I feel like I found the perfect glitters. I couldn't believe I had both of these glitters in my collection. I have started putting my glitters away, you guys. That's another thing I did this week, was start putting away my glitters, which I mentioned that because I also have a nail room tour coming up that I need to do, and can't do that until I put away my glitters. That's the last thing I have left to unpack. And I've been like living out of bags that they're in, literally grocery bags. So it's been nice to do that. And you know, it's not like I could just put them away. It's because I want them in certain containers. I want them arranged in a certain way, you know, to make my life easier. So I can just, if I know I'm going to do a yellow set, I want to open up the drawer that has all my yellow glitters. And I don't just mean glitters, I mean things like these stars here, things that are, everything that's yellow that I can put in or on a nail. So nail decorations, glitters, things to encapsulate, etc. And then I have my bling and charms in a totally separate, different drawer, but hutch, cabinet, I don't know what to say, how in a completely different area. So just to update you guys on a couple of things. I will eventually get to swatching the rest of my chisels. You know what I did do before I left Arizona, by the way, regarding that. If you guys don't know what I mean, like any of you new here, in my playlists, I have previously swatched by color all of my not polish. So all of my greens and yellows are a video, all of my pinks are one video, etc. And I also started to do my chisel. And I only got about halfway through before we realized we were going to move and I had to start packing and everything. But before I packed everything up and when I started, I did already print the labels and peel and stick the labels off and put them on swatch sticks. So I don't have to do like any prep at all except to match the swatch sticks to the jars, pull them off the shelf, and make the video. So that won't be hard to do when we get there. I'm just kind of updating you guys on what's going on, what's coming up. Nothing going on here. Ness and I are going to Little Rock this weekend. I'm not sure what day, but that's where we have to go if we want to go to Costco. So we always make a day trip of it and have some good food too, because there's no restaurants here to speak of. So we, like last time we did Korean, no, it wasn't Korean barbecue. What was it? Oh, hibachi. So yeah, we'll go have a nice meal, Olive Garden, which I wouldn't literally say like that's a good meal, but it's good food when you don't have anything. And actually, what I had there last time was really good, actually. I can't remember what it was. Some kind of shrimp. But anyway. Let's see. Look at this color. Now, when I look at my bold colors, first of all, let me just step back real quick. These are the Kairose C Curve Coffin tips, some of my favorite tips of all time. And of course, Kairose monomer. I did just get my hands on some more of the Not Polished Pumpkin Spice monomer, which I didn't know they had any of that left. I love that stuff because I don't have to put any odor drops in it. And it makes your nails smell great. Anyway, when I look at my bold colors on my shelf, like this one here, I think, oh God, I want to use that. Like some hot pinks and just have some really great colors I really want to use. But then my brain stops right there. I can't think what to do with them. I can't think what design to do. So I want to be able to walk over to my glitter drawer like I just explained, like, and pull open. That would help me build a set. What glitters, what nail enhancement, what nail decorations do I have that go with the bright pink I want to use, etc. And I can build a set from there. So yeah, I'm really inspired to get all of that done because especially it being summer, oh my gosh, I want to be using those colors, you know. I just want to mention, I did place an order, and I think I told you guys, I did tell you guys in another video about the Sean Legend files. Well, there was a really good sale, and so I ordered again because I thought, let me grab some of those files while they're on sale because I really like them. And I also liked the monomer. Well, I picked up a no wipe top coat and a matte top coat, like combo, and it shipped really fast. And I also got like a neon gel polish kit, colors I don't have, extremely gorgeous. It's like a 6-pack because it was a good sale. So I can't wait to use those things either for the summer because the colors are outrageous. But if you guys haven't ordered from Sean Legend, you're sleeping. I have been very impressed with the products. The top coat brush, you guys will see it in the video where the hollow nails. I haven't posted that. You guys don't know what I'm talking about at all, but I used them for the first time. Used it for the first time yesterday because I just got it yesterday. The matte top coat is, I have some of it on my thumb to see how long it lasts. So the word is still out on longevity, but the application and the feel, it's a velvet. So far I love it. But the no wipe top coat, I have never seen a brush like that in any gel. As soon as I put it on the nail, I thought, well, I pulled the brush back and like looked at it. I thought, well, how have I not heard of this yet? Because you open a bottle of gel, you take the brush out of the jar. Well, you have to put it back in the jar. If you are, first of all, the set that I was top coating was a 3 or 4XL set and 5 nails. So to top coat those, I'm going to have to put the brush back in the jar 3-4 times, to wipe it off, to get more on my brush. No. The way it holds the product, number one, when you pull it out of the jar, I did all 5 nails without putting it back in the jar, but it wasn't running everywhere or dripping. It was just very unique, but I can't say, oh my gosh, it was amazing. I recommend it, go out and buy it, because it was a pop-off set, so I can't speak to whether it chips or peels or yellows or anything like that. But as far as the brush, wow, it was really cool. And the matte top coat, I will be able to tell you about the longevity, and I'll be able to tell you that about the gloss top coat too, because I'll use it on my regular manicure. But right now I don't have top coat on except for the one matte nail. But yeah, the acrylics, I got one. It was like a butter yellow, and it was chalky, which I expected because the color was very buttery. From the shade, you could just tell there was a lot of white in the acrylic. So maybe it wasn't the best shade to pick to judge, but I didn't want to pick a cover shade because 9 times out of 10, regardless of the brand, covers are usually good. It's when you get into the pigmented ones, pigment acrylics, that things can start to get a little messy. So I wanted to order a pigment one, and that's what I was looking for at the time, was like a butter yellow. Anyway, it was okay. The consistency was nice, but it did have separation. So I haven't ordered any more, but I did order more files, and like I said, the gels and top coats and monomer. And I was very impressed. So don't sleep on that. You don't have to go to his website. You can order it also on Nailco. Oh, also the acrylic brush. His acrylic brush is very good. When I say you don't have to go to his site, what I mean is when I shop on Nailco, the reason I do that versus going to the actual site of the brand I want to buy from is because Nailco has free shipping after you spend $150, and you can get your Young Nails glue, a couple of not polished colors, your Kairose monomer, your Sean Legend brush. You can get all of that stuff all in one shop without paying shipping. Whereas if I went to the Kairose website to get my monomer, I'd just get that one product and have to pay shipping for that, and not meet $150, and then I'd have to go to Sean Legend's site to get the files and pay shipping for that too. So the whole one-stop shop thing is what I like to do. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me know and I'll clue you into Nailco. I say it all the time, but I know I have a lot of new people, which, by the way, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here, and I hope everyone is doing well. I've had lots of giveaway entries, more this time than last time. Thank you, guys. And I was just thinking, too, like explaining to you guys, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have 2 videos this week. That's not true. I posted Sunday, which is the first day of the week, and today is Thursday. So I can get this out to you today or tomorrow, so you will have 2 videos this week. Yay. And like I said, I've got 3 more in the queue, so next week I should be able to get 2 out to you. When I say should be able to, the videos are recorded. They're already in my editor. I've already started editing them. But sometimes sitting down for an hour and doing the voiceover, like I've told you guys before, it just takes a little longer than the hour because I have to stop when there's a background noise. But more than that, I have to be in the mood. I just have to be in the mood. And when I'm in the mood, it goes by real quick. Super easy. Like this video is only 37 minutes long. Are you guys surprised? Yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. I do know that I need to show filing from start to finish with an e-file instead of hand file. But I had already had these videos made by the time I saw that comment. So that won't be in the next 3 videos, but I will do it on my next set. So I did see that, and I will happy to do that. I do have a little freeze frame coming up I wanted to show you guys. In my liquid to powder ratio video, excuse me, I was showing you guys sometimes as a nail tech, you'll see them pick up a bead and then put their brush on the towel to drain the bead. I wanted to show you, if you pick up a small one, you can just go like this and like put it on the corner and tap the other corner on your towel to drain your brush and not your bead. That's a little trick I wanted to show y'all. But, and I wanted to mention too about the filing. I show in detail how to hand file C-curve coffins in this video. And that I recorded and did this before I got the request of please do it with the e-file. So you guys will get both, okay? Also, while I was talking, I was just getting ready to update you guys on the giveaway, and it just occurred to me, literally in mid-sentence, mid-thought, that it's May 1st. Today is May 1st. So, video. The giveaway is closed. I have everybody's entries now. So I will click off of here and go to the giveaway wheel, enter y'all, screen record it, and insert it here. So by the time you guys see this video, which will be, like I said, today's Thursday, May 1st. So I hope to post it today or tonight. I'm sorry, today or tomorrow. I should be able to get this voiceover done, and I should be able to get it all done and out to you. But, well, posting today, it's already 6 o'clock at night, and most of y'all won't see the notifications. So let's just say I'm going to post tomorrow. And good luck to everybody, because I'm going to exit out of here and go enter in the wheel. You guys won't notice it. I'll keep right on talking when I come back. By the way, these 2 glitter nails here, the clear that I put on before was to just hold it on while I was doing the rest of my application. So this, now I'm actually capping, and I only showed you a little bit. Right here, I had already filed all the nails except this one, and I kept this one unfiled so I could show you how I do it. I'll be right back. You guys won't notice, but I'm going to go do the giveaway. Good luck! Okay, so I'm going to put the giveaway at the end of this video. I was just showing you guys here all the different little lumpy levels that there are to this nail. So the first thing I usually do is I get a file and I scratch the whole surface of the nail, or, you know, just the majority of the surface of the nail with my file. When I am done doing this, I will look at the nail to see what parts were left clear and what parts are white, because what parts are made white by the file means that area is flush. What parts that are left clear and shiny that the file hasn't touched, that means I need to work on that a little bit more to get it all one level. So that's what I usually start with, is to do that. Also, in this video, it occurred to me, because I was going to say it verbally, that they, whoever they are, say that you're, okay, and I'm showing you here what it looks like after I've scratched it up, and so you can see the places that I still need to work on. Shape is pretty good, and we have an encapsulated nail here, so she's pretty thick. But this is what made me think of it, because this middle finger that I'm showing you right next to it is finished. But they say your nail should be the width of a credit card, and I have never put a credit card up against my nails, my finished nails. This one's finished, and what? Bam! It is the width of a credit card. How cool is that? This one too. But when we look at my encapsulated nails, now they're just going to be a little thicker anyway. I don't think you really could make them this thin, but I was finished with this nail. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, did I file this one? Even though it's encapsulated, there's no need for it to be that thickety thick. So I do go back in on that nail because it made me realize, whoa, you thought you were done, Jenny. You were not. So I'm just showing you guys what I do. I usually completely hand file. I just feel like I have more control that way. I feel like my shape comes out better. What I find is that when I completely shape with my e-file, I have to go back in with my file anyway because it leaves scratches, and then I think, well, I want to buff, but I can't buff because it really like hurts my hand. So I'll grab my file, and even if I'm grabbing like a 180, you know, it's pretty much a buffer anyway, but in the file form, you know, my blue Tammy Taylor 180s. Also, when I set up my Tammy Taylor, I stagger them like this so that I can get into these edges. And I want to show you this right here. The width of your natural nail should be the width of your nail. So I'm showing you here that I can see this ledge right here. I literally have a ledge under here where I've capped. This all needs to be thinned out and brought to the width of my nail. And yes, the nail is curving because it's a coffin and it's going to go sharply to another angle, but this right here still needs to be the width of my nail. So this is usually where I work the most. And I'm going to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it until it is the width of my natural nail. And I will do it on the sides a lot, which makes that area flat. And so I go in on the top to even that out. Now right here, this ledge, you saw that there's a ledge, right? So your instinct is to put your file under that ledge and start filing that way. Don't do that. Flatten it from the top like you saw me doing. Also, look at your nail from underneath. Your nail can't match your tip exactly, or then you'd have no acrylic on it. You'd just have tip. But it should match it. So right here, see how I'm going from the side and I didn't put my file underneath? If you put your file underneath, you're going to ruin that coffin shape. You just are. There's a spot that hasn't even been filed. See how it's still that shiny clear? Anyway, besides the scratches that your e-file leaves in your nail, of course you can get a sanding band and buff it out. Like you can absolutely completely do your nails with an e-file, which I will show you. Again, it's going to be like 4 videos from now. But I don't know, I just find that I end up using the hand file anyway. So I started just doing it with the hand file. And I wanted to show you too, you should look down the barrel, I call it. So put your free edge towards your face and look down the nail to see what your shape is looking like, to make sure it's even on both sides and you don't have one side over filed than the other. And this is why I stagger my files, so I can get into my cuticle area really good. And sometimes I get in here good enough that I don't need to use a sanding band or e-file at all. This time I'm going to go in and thin out the bottom of my nail. When you have a clear nail like this though, if you don't top coat underneath here, you're going to clearly see where you have dug this out. So if you don't have to do this, well, I think you should do this on every set just because it helps your shape. I do it on every set. But I mean, as far as counting on that to thin out your nail, you shouldn't do that. You should just do that to crisp your free edge. If that doesn't make sense, let me know. So yes, you should do it, but just for crispiness, not for your entire shape. This right here, I was noticing that my apex was just a little high, so I'm going to narrow that out. I absolutely love these sanding bands from Profiles. It's their spin on the small mandrel because it's long. Oh, and it's the same grit as all their other purple sanders, which are divine. I should be getting my swag bag pretty soon here. I don't know if you guys want me to unbox those. I feel like that would just be adding a video. So yeah, when I start getting my swag bags, I'll probably unbox them for you, but not in its own video. I'll probably just like add it to the beginning of another video. You guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. So I'll show you when it gets here. But Profiles Backstage has a monthly subscription, and it's the only subscription I've ever subscribed to. And I quit subscribing a long time ago because I started getting like repeat products. But that's been well over a year that I did that, so it's a great way to stock up on their stuff too, and it's really inexpensive. And when you join their swag bag club, everything else on their website is discounted for you. You get a different price than everybody else for being a member. Can't remember what the price is a month, but it's not more than $35. I think it's $25.99 or $30 or $35. So anyway, especially when you have a clear nail or an encapsulated nail, you're going to want to make it as smooth as you can. I will do this if I have a clear nail like this, if I am using a matte top coat, or if I am doing any topical nail art with gel. By the way, I just remembered I showed you guys at the beginning some of the things that I was going to be using, and I showed you this really cute little bling, but I never ended up using that, so I forgot to clip that out of the video. Now I'm going in with my 180. I just did with the sanding band, but I don't know, you guys. Even no matter what I do, I still feel like I have to go in with my hand file. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably different than everybody else does it. This is my way. It's just what I do. But I am a hand file girly. I don't really care how long it takes me. And I will do, you know, this set with an e-file or whatever, and probably go in and file in with my hand file anyway. Even after, like on the video, I'm going to show you guys how to e-file. Oh my goodness. So I am going to go in and debulk my ring finger. I can't remember if I showed you guys that. I think I just showed you, look, I'm going to fix this nail. And I start, of course, even though I thought it was finished, by scratching the surface with my file. I don't think I show you too much more of this. Okay, right. I sped it up and just slowed it down to show you the key points. So I'm really, really, really going to town with my file, which, by the way, this Sean Legend file, oh my gosh. I know I already said it. I said it in another video, but you guys are sleeping if you don't go grab these. These are great. So I want to show you that looking at your nail from this point of view will really helpful. Do you see, just by looking right here, that I can clearly see where I still need to file? I did that on purpose and really made sure to just go in on one side and not touch the other side to show you that just by looking at that part of your nail, that'll help you. It's a great guide. I think, like how you hear nail techs say all the time, look at your nail from all angles. Very true, because if you don't do that, especially for pictures, you're getting a picture and you don't even know that you're showing angles. Like, in other words, as soon as you take pictures, you'll see where you didn't file, trust me. So yeah, now this nail, even though it was encapsulated, I think I got it down to a credit card size, which was amazing. I'm not sure if I pull that out and show you again or not, but I do seal the cuticle with this gorgeous sanding band. I wonder when I'm going to stop showing you guys filing. I don't want to have to add music, so I'm going to keep talking. I explained to you guys about the music before. But surprised that I found or thought that this nail was finished. Did you see how thickety thick it was? And a lot of times I'll think to myself, well, this is encapsulated because I don't want to file it too much more because I'm going to get into the glitter. But you guys, your layer of thick is so, I'm sorry, your layer of clear is so much more thicker than you think. Much more thicker? Is that a phrase? Is that correct grammar? It's much more thick than you think. Much more thicker. Wow, why can't I figure that out? Anyway, I'm going to square off my free edge, and then I'm going to check them all. That looks considerably better, right? They don't look credit card size, but they look much better than they were compared to my other ones that were credit card style. So I'm going to go in with some swipe, clean off the nails really, really, really good. Then I'm going to go in again with swipe and scrub them to get off all the dust, because I don't go wash them. I just scrub them with swipe. I'm going to go in with a super thin layer of stain-resistant top coat on the bottom. And I'm going to do some 3D flowers. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Okay, so I got out this white from Chisel, which there's a story on my channel where I talk about this, but basically this is the whitest white you've ever seen. And it's like chalk. When I went to use it the first time, I tried to take it back and tell her, this isn't acrylic, this is chalk. Because it was like my first 2 weeks of my nail journey. And she was like, sorry, we don't take open stuff? Like, no. So I'm going to use some little gems that are absolutely perfect color for this set. And I'm going to do some 3D flowers. And I left this in to show you guys my frustration. I put a little bit of acetone in my dapping dish. I have my new favorite 3D brush. I'm going to dip in the white. I'm going to dip it in the colored acrylic. I'm going to do some two-tone flowers. These are not easy for me to do, you guys. For whatever reason, I have always had a hard time doing these two-tone flowers. But you can see here, I could not just because I was in the middle of doing it. I didn't realize this until I changed the white and it started working for me. But can you see how this bead is not polymerizing? I mean, it's wet with monomer. It's letting me shape it. It's a bead, so to speak. But did you notice that it never got that glossy, plump look to it or turn matte? Well, it was never going to let me shape it because of that. And it's because of this, it's too chalky. Like, I wanted to use my whitest white, and I thought this will actually be the perfect white to use because since it's so pigmented, it'll dry fast. Which I don't know why I was thinking that. Maybe because it's chisel. So this first one didn't work out. It just wasn't working out. So I thought, okay, I'll just use the bead wetter. And plus, I forgot to put my gems down first so I would know where the center of my flower was. These flowers turned out way too huge. I planned on putting a big piece of bling in the middle. Well, not big, but like bigger than you normally would do for a flower because I wanted the bling to pop and accent because they were so pretty. And they were just the right colors and all that. Whoop, whoop. So my petals for the flowers should have been more than half this size. I was going in with way too big of a bead, number one. Number two, that chalky white stuff just wasn't working. When I pull out my Nail It Like Lucy optic white, boom, 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 the flowers go fine. I immediately am able to make a 3D flower. I kept this in to show you guys the struggle. So anyway, my intention was to make these 3 flowers very small, just very delicate and dainty and small. V did butterflies, and I think only on the middle finger, but again, I didn't want to do butterflies. I didn't even really want to do flowers, but I mean, everybody does. We do 3D flowers all year round, so I felt like I didn't have to make it spring or summer for them to be flowers. But do you see how this just is not letting me shape? It's just not letting me form a bead. Looking at this now, I can see, and actually, looking at this now, it makes me think this might be the acrylic to use to make 3D roses. I've always struggled making those too. So you guys will see that finally, for once, I was able to do two-toned 3D flowers. But look at this, right away, you see that pretty plump shininess that it got? As soon as I switched to the white, yes. So I was able to get the two-toned flowers. I've never been able to make this work. I've done two-tone flowers before, but only by placing a wet bead of the other color in the center, you know, like kind of painting it. I've never been able to push it through to where you can see the color on the bottom come through like everybody else does. Never been able to do that. I don't know why. It's just never worked for me. So since I had such a struggle even getting to this point right here, since I have successfully made a petal where you can see both colors, at this point I didn't care how big it was. It was twice the size that I meant it to be, but I was like, okay, to hell with it. Like, I'm leaving this, and these will just be 3 big, fluffy flowers. And they definitely are. So it's not what I was going for, but I made it work. It looked okay. So there are 2 more minutes left in this video. I'm not going to say who the winner is. I will say it in that video that I'm going to clip onto the end of this. So let me see what's left for the next minute here and see if I'm gonna blather anymore. Hold on. Okay, you guys, oh my gosh, I just talked all the way through this to realize I forgot, because this was 4 sets ago, that this was too big. I was like, this just looks corny. I'm not doing it. So I took off the big ones, and you guys will see at the end what I ended up doing. I ended up taking all of this off, leaving my desk, walking away, taking everything I needed to do to make these flowers outside. I did them outside. These flowers on my thumb did end up being big, but not fat. So you can see here what I ended up doing, and I was very happy with this. Even the ones on the thumb I liked. So this is the end of the video. See the bubbles in the clear? Love it. Anyways, the end of the video, I did add some extra colors, like the darker blue, like at the bottom of the pinky there, was that sparkly acrylic that I showed you at the beginning, and on the bottom of this one too. And I actually top coated that one to show the glitter and left the rest matte. But these ended up being okay. Those I liked. So you guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, and on to the giveaway. Okay, hi you guys. Here's the list. Much larger than it was last time. I really like doing giveaways this way for many reasons that I've already listed, but even more so. And by the way, this list here is just what comes up when you open the giveaway wheel. I don't know any of these people. It's just like, so we have an empty wheel now. It's just the pre-filled examples. Anyway, every single person that's in here, I feel like I have a relationship with. So that makes me really happy. So I want to mention Marcy. I will tag you so to make sure you're listening. Marcy asked me on my last giveaway about, I can't remember the circumstances, but she messaged me and said I want to enter the giveaway, and I'm like, oh, it's not open yet, or whatever the heck it was, or I can't remember. But I told her, girl, don't worry, I got you. I'll enter you. Come the giveaway, and she's like, well, do I need to message you again, like to remind you? And I'm like, no, I got you. Don't you worry. And I never entered her. I held the giveaway and got a message from her where she said, Jen, you forgot to enter me. I have been crushed about that since then. So here you go, Marcy. And I'm really sorry. Okay, so Susan has 2. B.O. Bobby. Scott has 1. Kiara has 2. And we have Marcy for 2, Susan for 2. And 1. Okay, forget you, babe. Okay, so Marcy, Susan, Angela, Bobby Scott, Kiara, Kate, that's what this one. Stephanie for 2, Anne for 2, Sandra for 2, Exotica for 2, Leah for 2. Tabs for 2, Fazio for 2, Bobby G for 2, PJ for 2, and Toy for 2. So that gives us 31. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. I will have 31. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31. Perfect. All right. You guys are ready? You guys ready? Oh, let me say one more thing about the giveaway. I have stuff in my room put together for this, and I did mention, hey, if you guys think of anything that you would rather have the giveaway be, I got like 1, 2 comments maybe, but one that I thought was really cool said an hour session with you helping, like tutorial, like a private session. I thought that was so cool. So if any, thank you for whoever made that. I have your name right in my head. I see it, but my mind is somewhere else. That was a fantastic suggestion. I love that idea. So anyone who wants to do that, I will hold another giveaway right behind this, and give away that, some time for helping with you with whatever you need, whatever you're struggling with. I would love to do that. So you guys, leave it in the comments if you are interested in that. Besides that, I have stuff already set aside for the giveaway, multiple stuff. I have stuff in my nail room, but I did place some orders, and one of the people that I placed an order with learned that I was doing a giveaway, and she wanted to help sponsor, and that was just shipped today. So even though the giveaway is going to be finalized and finished here in just a second, I will not be shipping for a couple of weeks, just so you know, because the stuff has to get here. I have to separate it. I have to box it up. And really, realistically, probably a week, but I want to give myself a little bit of time. So whoever wins right now, I will be in contact with you, obviously, and I will keep you updated and explain everything to you. I will also put in one of the next videos, since I don't have everything in front of me. Normally during a giveaway, I would show what the prize was. You know, it's just one of my boxes, which any of you guys have ever gotten one of my boxes, you know, I try to make it the best I can. Excuse me. So that being said, as soon as I have all the items, I will get with the winner and we will talk about the details, and I will definitely make a video or insert in a video what the winner got, okay? All right, good luck. Let's see. We're going to get ready. We go. What do I do? Click to spin or press Control Enter. Okay, you guys ready? I guess I can just click and we're going to go. All right. I've used this before, but it's been a long time. Not here. This is a new laptop. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good luck. Oh, that's all it took was spinning it. Okay, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Shut up! She deserves it. Is it gonna say Marcy? All right. Woo! I almost thought it was the next one. We have a winner. Congrats, Marcy. What are the odds? You guys, oh my gosh, see how the universe works? All right, thank you guys, everyone, for entering, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.